What up, family? CTR Media Network. Yeah. Best in the biz. Yeah. Join the team. CTR is who we are, the media network, that's the best by far. Whether you listen at your home, at your job, in your car, come get the information that's needed above par. Never lasting, motivational podcasting, giving you the answers to the questions that you're asking. Serious talks and topics, how to come up and profit, how to better yourself, your health is here, we got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like-minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR is who we are, the media network, that's the best by far, you know. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Because I don't see my little voice thing going out. So let me see. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say yes, I can hear you, so that we can go ahead and get started with today's morning motivation. All right. So let me go ahead and make sure we have the audio going before I get going. So let me check. Let me go. Okay. We have it going because I just heard myself. All right, you guys. So welcome back to CTR Media Network's TV Morning Motivation. This is your space for inspiration, clarity, and growth. I am your host, Dr. T&J Ramsey, and today we are going to be tackling something else we all face. Yes, that feeling of overwhelm in the morning. Do you ever feel overwhelmed when you wake up in the morning? You know that feeling. You know you have this enormous to-do list with endless things to do, such as emails, they're piling up, the day haven't even started, and you already feel like you already lost before you even began or begun. And so today we're going to flip that script. We are going to change this over so that we will be able to get over this feeling of feeling overwhelmed, okay? And this happens with everybody, whether you're an entrepreneur or a traditional worker working 9 to 5. We all have those feelings of being overwhelmed. But before we get started, I want to make sure that I give you guys a shout out. So if you are in the audience, if you are in a safe place, because I know many of you listen to me as you are commuting your children, your little boo-boos to school, or maybe you're en route to go to work, and so you just have us listening to us, you know, from your car. I want you to be safe, so do not type if you're not safe. But if you are cooking food for your family, like we have some people doing when they're listening in, you can stop for a moment and say hello, because I would love to give you guys a shout out. But let's go ahead and jump right on in to how you, and I can, you know, eradicate this feeling of feeling overwhelmed in the morning. Because as we already been discussing, for the past week or so about different ways that we can really implement the goals that we have to plan for success. But with success also comes, different hurdles that you have to cross. And a lot of it stems down to mental health. It stems down to how you think, your mind, right? And so we have to make sure in order to change our life, we have to change our mind first. So let's go ahead and get on in to why overwhelm hits you in the morning. Why is it that it don't just hit you in the evening, the afternoon, but it typically will hit a person early in the morning, and then that will determine how the rest of their day will flow, how it will go, right? And so overwhelm often starts in the morning is because 9 times out of 10, you went to sleep overwhelmed. Maybe you had a lot of things on your mind. Maybe something didn't go right at your job or dealing with your business. And so you did not feel like you successfully cleared or completed that particular task or task. And so you go to sleep feeling unaccomplished. You go to sleep feeling like you did not reach that goal, and you go to sleep feeling like I did not finish what I needed to finish. And so you go to sleep with all these feelings inside of you. And so when you wake up in the morning, it didn't go away. Matter of fact, it manifested even deeper because now you feel like, man, I wasted all this time, even though I had to sleep. Now I have to work 10 times harder in order to do what I need to do yesterday that I didn't complete, and then turn around to complete everything that I didn't do yesterday and all the things that I have to do today. So how can you stop that? How can you, even though you have other things you need to do, how can you stop that hustle and bustle, hustle and grind, that overwhelm in the morning? You need to map out what is the most time sensitive things that you have to do. Okay, some things are time sensitive, some things are not. So think about the list. What you did not complete yesterday, it is anything within that list time sensitive. If it is, you need to move that time sensitive things or items over to the new day, and you need to put it in order based upon the time that it needs to be completed, and start working on the time sensitive stuff first. Prioritize it. Everything that feels urgent, that has to be done during a certain time. Then the things that are low priority, meaning it has to be done but it don't have a specific time stamp on it, you can work through that list at your leisure. So, what is it that you have to get done that has to be done by the end of the workday? Put those top. That's priority one. The things that have a little bit more flexibility, you put that after you do that. And then you generously work through that list based upon priority. That will help you stop feeling so overwhelmed, because as you complete the task based upon priority and deadlines, and once you complete them, every time you complete them, you will feel a little bit at ease because you know that, okay, I got that done. Now I'm going to work on the next steps. Another thing that you need to do is make sure that you work on having mental clarity, because a lot of the times we feel so overwhelmed is because mentally we have our mind cluttered. Okay, we have our mind cluttered. What do I mean? Let me give you a visual. Let's compare it to your home. Imagine if your bedroom is disorganized, you have clothes all over the floor, clothes all over the bed, things are not organized, you're not putting them back in the place they're supposed to be. Then you go up to your living room is disorganized, you have things everywhere. Just put it like this: your whole house is disorganized, having things in places that it don't belong, and you just overwhelm. Every room that you go in is cluttered. But think of how you will feel if you need to go in one of those rooms in order to work out, in order to cook, or maybe to work out a plan or read or whatever the case may be. Do you work better in a place that is cluttered versus a place that is managed and clean? Of course, everybody works better, whether we want to admit it or not, when our room is clean. It create a better emotional and mental clarity environment that we will be more productive in than if we're working in chaos and clutter. Okay. And so the same thing is the case with our mind, with our mental stability. If we have so many different things running, too many thoughts running in and out of our head, racing thoughts throughout of our mind of all the things that we need to do because we haven't organized or prioritized the list of things that we need to do, we we're not going to be able to get through what we need to get through. Now, I know this can be a little bit difficult for individuals who have ADD, ADHD, because your mind is working faster than your thoughts. You know, and that's a whole different situation. I'm talking about this is generalized conversation. But making things in small little micro goals, like we talked about yesterday, that actually help you, whether you ADD, ADHD, or whether you have a hard time keeping yourself uncluttered. So the first thing is you need to make sure, or I would say the second thing is making sure that you have that mental, you need to clean up your mind so you won't have all that clutter. The next thing is you need to start your day being reactive. What does that mean? You need to check your notifications and your emails first to put you in defense mode. Not offense, but defense, meaning that you are in control of your day. So what I do when I first wake up, after I pray, after I stretch, after I do my gratitude, because thanking God for another day of life, and more than likely I have already did my schedule for the week. So then I'll go and look at everything that I need to do. Then I will think about things that may not be on the list that may have arise, during this particular week. And then I add those things in. After I do that, I do not do the list right then. What I do is that I go and I check my notifications. Now, I have multiple emails because I have more than one business. So I check my personal email and I check my business emails. Even though I have somebody doing that for me, certain things that need to be my eyes only, or only I can answer those questions. It depends on if it's a collaboration, someone want to partner with us, someone want to hire me to be their brand ambassador. I go through and look at those emails. But then I get so many emails in a day, right? So then after that, I need to go because some people reach out and say, hey, I haven't received a response from my email that I sent you a week ago. So then I realized that maybe their email went into one or two spaces. They went into the spam folder or it went into the promotions folder. And so I go through and look at that, and then I take a break. I do this as I am creating or preparing my breakfast. See, I'm doing multiple things at one time. So I'm preparing my breakfast, I am making my coffee, and I am checking my emails. And then after I'm eating, I'm actually looking through my emails. And the ones that are more time sensitive, I go ahead and answer them. And then after that, I take a small break, 5-15 minutes, and then I go into my social media and look at my social media for my personal social media, not my business, my personal, and check emails or check messages from different correspondences. Okay. And then I pick which ones I'm going to respond to right then, that are more time sensitive, and then push the other things back to another week. So that's how I stay in front of everything that I do. And then everything else, I'll let my team do. So once you get to the point where you can have your team and you hiring people to be able to do things for you, it's certain things that I still do, even though I can have my team member do. Well, not team member, team members do. But it's certain things that are really uh, for my eyes only, if that makes sense. Okay. That actually helps me not feel so overwhelmed through the day because now I know exactly what's going on and I have put myself in front of, I would say, the noise, all of the things that I needed to do. Okay. And then I go on after I take me another little break, 5-15 minutes. I stretch. I maybe read another Bible scripture or something like that to motivate me, or something inspirational. I listen to a motivational video. I take some deep breaths, because a lot of times we do not take enough deep breaths, and the more deeper we breathe, the more that oxygenates our cells and also help us think better. So I take time to make sure that I breathe well, and then I move out into my day. I go get my list that I already created, and I start working through my list. Whether or not I complete the list in that day or not, I just focus on whatever the topic or whatever the task is in front of me at the time. I do not, if I have 20 things to do, I do not look at all 20 things. I look at whatever I'm doing at that moment, because you get overwhelmed when you look at your long list and you know you only own task one or two. So you have to learn how to have controlled visualization of the task, because that can get overwhelming. The next thing is, once you recognize that you is overwhelmed, those are some things that you can do, but make sure that you don't overextend yourself. Many times we have all these goals and we overextend ourselves, adding too much onto our plate in a day, in a week. So make sure that you don't overwhelm yourself. It's certain things, like I will not have more than 4 meetings in a day. It's very rare that I will have more than 4 meetings in a day. Why? Is because I realize that is my maximum capacity that I can take dealing with business, like really deep business meetings in a day. It drains me. So if it's past 4 meetings, which normally lasts an hour or two at a time, I do not take more than 4 meetings in a day. My sweet spot is 3 business meetings a day. Anything else past that, somebody else have to do it. Because for me, it gets extremely overwhelming when I get past 4 meetings in one day. 3 is my ideal, having 3 business meetings a day. That is it. So if someone, it's very rare that I have more, because you have to understand your breaking points. You have to understand how much capacity mentally do you have to be able to do certain type of tasks. And for me, having more than 4 meetings a day is just way too much for me. And so you're going to have to gauge what that is. And so, but I found out that's my sweet spot. And so I'm more productive. I do things way better by having those maximum of 4 meetings, business meetings per day. And even if it's something that I really want to do and it comes along at the end of the day, and then like, I only have today to speak to you, I'll be like, well, I'm sorry, because if I already had my 4 meetings for that day, I am not overextending myself. We're going to have to do it another day. You have to set those boundaries. So what are 4 ways to break this overwhelm cycle? One thing that I absolutely love to do is do a brain dump of everything. What is a brain dump? Is where you are taking everything that's in your head, you either typing it out or writing it out on paper, to just, it's not about organization at this point when you're doing the brain dump. It's just about getting all the information from working inside your head to actually putting it on paper or typing it out on like a Google Doc. And then once you get all of that stuff out of your head onto a Google Doc or onto a piece of paper, then you can start organizing it and spending about 5 minutes of your morning just working through and arranging that little by little, because now you are stopped working in your head and now you have it down. But you don't need to organize it right then. It's just a brain dump. Just to get your head clear, the headspace clear. You will feel so much better after you do a brain dump. When I start feeling overwhelmed, I know it's time for a brain dump. I got to dump all this information because I have too many running thoughts through my head, too many ideas, too many innovations. I need to get it out of my head. And so if you find yourself feeling overwhelmed all the time, you need to do a brain dump. And it's not about organization when you do a brain dump. It's about just getting the information outside of your mind, outside of your head, onto paper or on a digital Google Doc, whatever it is that you prefer. I like to do Google Docs for this particular thing so I can go back to it. And then later on, I do kind of like come back and I do create a checklist with it, and I kind of work my way through it. And I give myself a year to get through that list. You need to pick your top 3 priorities from your brain dump and circle those items as something that you must get done. So if you have a list of that brain dump about 50 different things, what are the top 3 things that you know that you absolutely have to get done? And those are the things that you focus on. Then you can schedule your time. You can schedule you time. Many times we don't schedule you time. You need to learn to schedule you time, meaning time that you can spend with yourself. And that can just be 15, 30 minutes of calm down, journaling, reading, working out, walking, whatever it is, walking on your treadmill, exercising, taking deep breaths, whatever it is, coloring, because I like to color. It actually helped me de-stress. Whatever that is, listening to music, you need to start scheduling in time inside your day of 15 to 30 minutes. I have a standing appointment with myself every single day where I take 30 minutes to an hour that I am not working, where I de-stress myself. Sometimes you need to delay emails and you need to turn off social media. Like yesterday, I completely turned my cell phone off and any type of electric device during a certain time of the day because I know I'm going to be distracted to look at social media because I get notifications every minute on the minute, right? And so turning off that telephone, turning off social media, turning off being able to see your emails, that will also help you break this cycle of feeling overwhelmed, okay? And so those are some things that I'm doing. So I hope these tips, these strategies of helping you not to be overwhelmed in the morning will help you. But say, for example, you're a person, yes, a person that wants to amplify your voice and to connect with some like-minded entrepreneurs and creators like myself and the amazing content creators that on CTR Media Network. But you can do that. You can do it for free. You can download our app today on your electronic device. And you can watch us on television, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. Go download our app today. If you don't have those type of devices on your television, that is okay. We have our own web app that you can go to at ctrmedianetwork.com, and you can watch us from our website. Watch all of our amazing podcasts and TV hosts. But I encourage you on today, yes, today, not tomorrow, but today, to download our CTR Media Network app on your cell phone. We have our app is actually in the Apple Store and as well as the Google Play Store. You just hit the search button and type in that is happening with CTR Media Network. And we thank you for being a part of the best side of it. We create this content not for ourselves, but we create it for you because this is the year of 2025, which is the year for everyone who make the choice to thrive. It is scientifically known that if you can eradicate all the negative feelings when you start your day in positivity, it will help you. So that's why I'm making the sacrifice coming on live between the hours of 5 and 8 a.m. in the morning to have a little talk, a little discussion, a little morning motivation because I want your day to be absolutely amazing. And how can you do that? By having positive actions going on, okay? Make sure to check out our partners. Yes, our partners. Swag Her Magazine. Swag Her Magazine. Check them out, okay? If you are an entrepreneur or business owner looking, I said looking to be able to have a place that have a PR, public relations, meaning they can provide you more visibility. They can do advertisement for you. They have magazine ad placements, all of that good stuff. If you need a personal PR, they're definitely a place that you should go and check out. They also have multiple shows that they actually stream on CTR Media Network. You can reach out to them personally to see what packages they have that appeal to you and your budget. Make sure to also go in and check out CTR Media Network if you're loving the content that we are presenting to you on today or with any of our podcasters and TV hosts. Make sure to share a seed of love. What is a seed of love? Hey, give them something, support them, $1, big or small. It will help them help go towards the production of their shows and to continuously bring you this content for absolutely free. Yes, for absolutely free, because CTR Media Network is a little bit different from other platforms. It's because, yes, we have independent content creators, but also our content creators, along with myself, we are on the initiative. We are on the message. We are on the mission to provide impactful, inspiring, educating, and entertaining content for our audience for absolutely free. We characterize and describe ourselves as being the Tubi of podcasting and TV streaming. Why are we doing this? It is because we care. So go download it. No more excuses. We have some amazing guests that's on all of our shows. We currently have 12 channels on our network in counting, and we are going to add some more. So we have everything from business and wellness to we have Imagine TV where you can go and watch amazing imaginative short film stories, music, all that different kind of stuff. We have Financial Wealth and Credit TV. Okay, it's self-explanatory. Everything on this channel is going to be talking about financial wealth and credit. We have Homeschool and STEM TV. This is for our people. This is like our version of ETV, if you're familiar with that, where you can parents can come learn from other parents and educators how to homeschool, as well as having different ideas and strategies that you can connect with different people and schools and businesses that actually help to teach and all of that, along with learning things about STEM. What is STEM for individuals who are not familiar with that? That is science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. We have Grateful and Hopeful TV, your way where you can be grateful, you can be hopeful, and you can learn things from the kingdom perspective from the various different shows. Okay, the content creators there, they're going to be talking about everything from business and life, but it is coming from the biblical perspective. Entrepreneurship and Career TV is for our entrepreneurs and people who work a traditional 9 to 5 job, helping you with strategies and tips similar to how we do morning motivation, helping you be able to be successful, whether you decide to have your own businesses or you decide that you are going to work for someone else's company, business, factory, whatever the case may be. This is the home where you can actually get the skills to be productive in whatever you aspire to do. Next, we have our next channel, which is entrepreneurship and no. We have entertainment and politics and lifestyle TV. This is where you're going to be seeing our celebrities interviews. You're going to be seeing a lot of our influencer interviews. You're going to see our veterans on this channel speaking about politics. You're going to see lifestyle, how people are living. All right. All that is there. We have our community outreach and nonprofit TV. This is where you're going to be able to find all of those nonprofits, resources, as well as what's going on in your community. Next, we have Self-Improvement TV channel. That is self-explanatory. It's everything to help you improve yourself. We have Audio Wave podcast where we're going to have the deep dive where we talk about multiple different topics are being discussed on this particular podcast. And we are going to share something very interesting a little bit later about this particular podcast with you in another video. We have Authors and Speakers TV. Self-explanatory. You want to find that next good book, or you want to get a behind the scenes of the mindset and the ideas of why this book was created, then you are going to be able to see the authors, be able to meet the authors of the books that you are going to absolutely love. And you're going to see different speakers that comes on to share their presentations with you on a variety of different topics to help you build, scale, and grow. We have Events TV, which has expanded to events and webinars TV. For those of you who absolutely love events and webinars, this is the place where you're going to be at. It's pretty much going to be adult school one-on-one, where you can come and learn all type of great information. And then we have Pod TV, which is our place where we allow individuals that may not be a part of CTR Media Network with our membership program, but they invested to have placement of their content on our platform. So you'll be able to see a variety of different people, and we are currently accepting people's recommendations of having their episodes on Pod TV. Okay, Pod TV. So for those of you, that is it. Make sure to go check out CTR Media Network today and download the apps. This is Morning Motivation with Dr. Tina J. Ramsey to help bring you inspiration, clarity, and growth, helping you tackling the feelings of feeling overwhelmed in this particular episode. And I look forward to speaking with you on tomorrow. Having a great, amazing rest of your day. And thank you for being the best part of CTR. What is that? It's you. We appreciate all of you. And if you desire to start your own TV show or podcast, we are the place for you to do just that. We help turn your expertise into a full-fledged TV show. Talk to you later. Bye.
Dreams do come true. I am showering on Netflix.
What I wish I knew when I started podcasting: how to get an awesome website in minutes. No technical knowledge, no problem. Podpage is designed for podcasters, not developers. Build a professional website in minutes, no coding required. Focus on your podcast, not your website. Join over 30,000 podcasters who trust Podpage to showcase their shows. It's easy, it works, it's made for you. Visit CTR Media Network and scan the QR code to get started now. Podpage, build it, love it, share it.